So he was a career staffer. He'd worked his way up through the ranks of the Social Security Administration. He'd started at the very bottom, made it all the way up to the top of the agency. He'd been there more than 25 years. He really knew the agency, really knew the program. He really knows the stakes for Americans. He also knows the rules. And he personally tried to push back on a new plan from the Trump administration. According to new reporting from the Washington Post, he told his Trump-installed superior at the Social Security Administration that what the administration was planning to do was, quote, illegal and cruel and, quote, risked declaring the wrong people dead. The Trump administration responded by having security physically escort him out of the building. They marched him out, put him on administrative leave. The plan this 25-year veteran career staffer was trying to stop at Social Security is something that we just started learning about last week. Social Security, under Donald Trump, is moving thousands of people to the agency's death master file, which means they're knowingly misclassifying living people as dead. Because when you're listed as dead by Social Security, you can lose basically everything almost instantly. Your health insurance, your home, your bank account, your job, your credit card, even your phone, everything. So these people are alive, but they are knowingly classifying them as dead to make it impossible for them to live in this country. They're imposing on them a kind of civil and financial death. Since we reported on that story last week, people in and around the Social Security Administration have been jumping up and down and shouting about this. Just this one Washington Post piece has 15 sources for this story. Current and former Social Security officials trying to tell the world what is happening and why this is so scary. The Post reviewed records showing that the Trump administration has already added more than 6,000 people to the death file. The White House, quote, told the Post that the roughly 6,000 immigrants they have done this to all have links to either terrorist activity or criminal records. Do they? The records the Post reviewed showed those more than 6,000 people included a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, and two 16-year-olds, as well as one person in their 80s and a handful in their 70s. They're all terrorists? Even the 13-year-old? All of those people now legally dead, according to Social Security, which means, again, no bank account, no job, no property, no credit card, nothing. One source warned the Washington Post that, yes, they're doing this to immigrants, but this is very clearly something that they could do to anyone. Quote, anybody granted the appropriate permissions within Social Security could mark someone as dead without having to prove their demise in any way. Employees' fear was partly that a bad actor who gained access to government credentials could label groups of living individuals as dead to target them for punishment. Some of those raising the alarm worried specifically that the Trump administration might try to use the database to go after people the president dislikes. Washington Post also has a single source telling them that within Social Security, the concern about this misuse of the death master file is so high that the general counsel's office inside Social Security is, quote, preparing an opinion that will find the Trump administration's unprecedented use of the death database to be a violation of privacy law. In other words, to be illegal. The opinion will take issue with the agency knowingly and falsely declaring that living people are dead. Now, NBC News has not confirmed that reporting. Obviously, if the general counsel of the administration did that, that might be a big deal. But whether or not that happens, the level of alarm over what the Trump administration is doing with the Social Security Administration right now is very clear. Former Biden Social Security Commissioner Martin O'Malley described what they're doing, having your name added that death master file, as, quote, tantamount to financial murder. Martin O'Malley joins us here live next. Stay with us.